Hey guys, we're back with another video talking about our top favorite Pokemon of each type.
Alright, so without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, so starting with the normal type, my favorite normal type Pokemon has to be the Minccino and Cinccino line. Whenever I first played Black and White and I saw Cinccino, I instantly caught it, had to have it part of my team, and honestly, I just fell in love with it. It's just so cute.
You failed a lot of battles, I guess, too, didn't you?
What?
You heard me.
I failed a lot of battles?
Yeah.
How?
Not very strong, but cool.
Hey, Cinccino is actually pretty powerful.
Anyways, on to my favorite normal types. It's gonna have to be Miltank and Eevee. Yeah, I know there's two Pokemon, but I'm allowed to have more than one favorite. Miltank I haven't really ever used much, but I love it. It's a cow. Let's be real. And when I first faced off against the Miltank, you know, back with Whitney, got destroyed by it.
Freaking Whitney.
Also, it's shiny's blue, so blue's my favorite color.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
And Eevee, because it's Eevee. It can evolve into, like, every type, so...
Basic.
Anyways, on to number 2, which is gonna be Fire.
Alright, so without a doubt, my favorite fire type has to be Infernape. So this may seem like a very biased list, at least on mine, because my favorite region is Sinnoh, and I love the Sinnoh starters, but I promise I'm not basing this around
It's okay.
Sinnoh.
A lot of mine are coming from Hoenn, it seems, but...
Well, Sinnoh is my favorite region. It's not my favorite fire because it's from Sinnoh. It's very powerful, it's very fast, and it's a fire monkey. You can't go wrong with a fire monkey.
Oh, okay. And my favorite fire type is gonna have to be Salandit and Salazzle. Obviously the female, because you can't get Salazzle without having a female Salandit.
Yeah.
First, it's a poison and fire type, and it's a lizard. That's super, like, sketchy looking, and I don't know, I just love it.
Yeah, it's only fire and poison type, huh?
Also, I used it, I think, on Sun and Moon. Not quite sure
It's
which
the only
one.
game that it's in.
No, I don't know if it was Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, but I
Oh.
used one, and it did great. Like, I beat the league and everything with it. Also, its shiny is, like, a white, I believe. And, I don't know, it just looks super cool. Then again, not a lot of people, I don't think, like the Pokemon that I have on my list, but this is my favorite fire type, so... Anyways, next on our list is going to be Water.
So Swampert has to be my favorite type. Alright, so Swampert has to be my favorite in this typing because when I first played through Emerald, I stampede through that game using Swampert. When I went to the twin gym leaders, what's their name?
Tate and Liz or Liza?
Yeah, when I went through them, I hated that gym. That was the worst gym ever, but Swampert really helped being a water type with their Lunatone and Soul Rock. Like, that Swampert really helped me through that game. And honestly, Hoenn is full of water types. I know that, but I still choose the water starter.
It's okay because my favorite is also going to be a water type from that region, and it's going to be Milotic. Or Milotic? I don't quite know.
I think it's Milotic.
Milotic, you're up next!
I don't know. I've heard it being said, like, different ways.
I think it's Milotic.
Even in the anime, they say it in different ways.
Anyway.
But that's got to be my favorite. I like how it goes from literally an ugly fish to a beautiful sea serpent snake. I don't know. Milotic is just... It's awesome. It's powerful. It can learn all these different moves. It can learn, like, Hurricane, Hydro Pump. You mix that with an Attract, and you got a pretty powerful Pokemon. So anyway.
Yeah, I had a Milotic in Sun and Moon. Anyway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, next on our list is Grass.
Alright, and as for the grass type, Serena has to take that spot for me. When I played through Sun and Moon, I loved catching Bonsweet, and I loved Serena, and honestly, it's one of my favorite grass types. And the fact that Serena can learn fighting moves like High Jump Kick, that really helped me throughout the Sun and Moon walkthrough, and honestly, Serena's an amazing Pokemon, and I just love it.
Okay, well, on to mine, because mine's better. Mine is the Roselia line. Roselia and Roserade are my favorite grass type ever, and probably still will be. I don't don't think it's gonna change ever. It's a rose. Like, need I say more? It's a rose.
Also the shiny.
And yeah, its shiny has like a black flower on one of its hands.
Did you notice that our favorite grass types are like the most feminine Pokemon ever?
I don't care. It's grass. When you think grass, I think feminine. I mean, they're flowers. But yeah, Roselia's cool. It's grass and poison. It's powerful. Like, let's be real. Roserade has got me through a lot of gym battles.
Also, to help you, Cynthia has a Roserade, and she's the hardest champion.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
She is. But she's also the coolest, so who cares? But yeah. So, Roselia and Roserade and Badoo, my favorite grass Pokemon. So, next is Electric, so on to it.
My favorite type. Alright, so I'm very excited to talk about this type because it's my favorite type. And without a doubt, it has to be the Luxray, Shinx, Luxio line. It's my ultimate favorite Pokemon of all time. Not just my favorite Pokemon of that type, it's my favorite Pokemon of all time. If Pokemon were real, I would have a partner Shinx on my shoulder 24/7. And honestly, it's great. And have you seen the shiny Luxray? It's gold and black. It's freaking awesome. And I'm pretty sure everybody who played the Sinnoh games had a Luxray on their team. I mean, it's not the greatest
competitive, is that the word you're thinking of?
Yes, that word, but I don't care. I also use in Wi-Fi battles, but honestly, I love Luxray.
Alright, you did enough talking. On to my favorite, because mine are better than yours, obviously.
Sure,
I have three. That's gonna be Pikachu and Raichu.
Basic.
Mareep. It's a freaking electric sheep. And, again, Ampharos' shiny is like, I think it's like a pinkish blue. It's got like blue and pink on it. It's got like a blue orb and then it's like pink or something.
Don't quote on him on that. He's not the greatest with Pokemon.
It is. I know.
Alright, we'll see.
I've looked it up. And then Helioptile, which I know probably not the strongest. It's normal and electric, so it's going to be weak against fighting and ground, but whatever. I love it. I love that it's an electric lizard. Frickin', it's got a move that can shock them and steal life. Like, come on, people. It's awesome. And then Helioptile, like, I don't know if many people have used it, but I've used it.
I didn't.
I did great with it. Never failed me, so, yeah.
It looks weird.
You look weird, but I don't complain. So, anyways, guys, next on our list is Psychic.
Alright, I'm also very excited to explain this one because this Pokemon is actually probably my second favorite Pokemon of all time. Not gonna lie. And that
Go on, tell us what it is.
I was getting there. Don't interrupt me.
I want everyone to know.
It is Musharna. And honestly, I think this is a very underrated Pokemon.
Yeah.
It is. I love it. Okay, so when I went through Black and White for the first time, I caught a Muna. I fell in love with Musharna. It's freaking strong, by the way. Its defense and special defense stats are really good, and its special attack is really good. It may be really slow, but teach that sucker Trick Room, and you're all set. That's what I used to do all the time.
Don't you also have a shiny?
I did have a shiny.
Isn't it in your Pokemon bank?
Yes, it's in my Pokemon bank.
Which, if you haven't seen our first video, we talk about that, of them bringing it back. Anyways.
So yeah, honestly, Musharna is probably my second favorite Pokemon of all time. It's a very feminine Pokemon, but I don't care. I love it.
Yeah, we get it. A lot of your Pokemon are feminine. Anyways.
Sorry, yours. Roserade?
Mine.
That's probably the most feminine.
It doesn't matter. On to mine.
Well, besides Lopunny.
My all-time favorite is going to have to be the Ralts line.
Feminine.
It's always been my favorite. As soon as I, saw Ralts for the first time, I wanted one. I mean, starting off with the Ralts, it doesn't really learn anything good until it levels up.
Wait, did you actually catch a Ralts in the Hoenn games?
Yeah.
At the beginning?
Yeah.
I tried so hard to hunt for that thing, and I couldn't find it.
It was kind of a hard, hunt. It took me a while. But anyways, the Ralts line, and then a very close second place, by, a few points, has got to be the Gothita and Gothitelle. Them, because, I don't know, I don't know why, it just, when I saw that Pokemon, I was like, I want it, I gotta have it. I used it, really strong Pokemon, very solid. I don't have a single bad thing to say about it. I mean, besides that, it's kind of slow. But I'm pretty sure like almost all of the freaking psychic Pokemon are slow for some reason. But yeah,
Except for Alakazam. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, yeah, but anyways. So those are my favorite psychic types. There's not much I can say about them really because like they're awesome. They're psychic, and let's face it, psychic type.
They're not all great.
They rule.
They're not all great. Bruxish.
Musharna. Anyways, Ice is next on our list.
Alright, up next is Ice types, and my favorite Ice type Pokemon has to be Weavile. Well, Sneasel and Weavile, but especially Weavile. When I first played through Platinum, I had a Weavile on my team. And honestly, I kind of just fell in love with the design, and honestly, I love the cry. That might sound weird, but
I love the cry of my Pokemon.
No, it makes this really like high squeak cry, and it's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, but it's really fast.
Someone's got issues.
It's really fast, and I love the design. I love like the little feather look, and I don't know. I just like it.
It's kind of like a headdress.
I just like it.
Cool.
Like sue me. I just like it.
Okay. Anyways, after that, dark interpretation of him loving the cries of Pokemon, my two favorite ice types are gonna have to be Sneasel and Snorunt. Snorunt can evolve into two different Pokemon, Frostlass and Glalie, which Glalie is actually very good in competitive play lately with its Mega Evolution and stuff. I don't know, I just like it. It's a big floating ice head, let's be real, and it's got a big old smile. And Frostlass it's got a dark Pokedex entry, which is pretty cool. I mean, they've got some good moves. They've got like Metal Claw and stuff, and Ice Shard, which
And
I
Shadow
know
Claw.
that some people use Weavile in competitive play, so I didn't know you do competitive play, but
I
anyways.
do.
So those are our favorite ice types, and next on the list is probably most people's favorite type, Dragon.
All right, so my favorite Dragon type has to be Hydreigon.
Yeah.
Hydreigon. That's how you say it. Trust me, I know a lot more of Pokemon than you think. Hydreigon. Honestly, what can I say about it? Just look at it. I love the design. I love how it has little faces on his hands.
Oh. Their heads. We just proved that.
The Pokedex does say that their heads aren't his arms, which means they're hands.
No, it means he has 3 heads.
They're head hands.
They're heads.
But they're hands.
They're heads.
Okay, so it's just there's an arm but no hand.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
Anyway, we could go on this for hours. What's your freaking favorite Pokemon?
Alright,
Pokemon.
so on to my favorite Dragon Pokemon. I actually have 2 again, guys. Sorry. It's gonna have to be
You can't pick one.
Noivern and Altaria.
It's just like restaurants.
They're very strong. They have a great moveset. And they're just, overall, the aesthetic of them is just appealing to me. One's like a giant bat dragon, and the other one's just a fluffy cloud. I don't know what to call it, Altaria. It's literally a cloud. It's just beautiful, and I love it. And I love the moveset, and they're just, like I said, very powerful.
Actually, yeah, if I had to choose a second dragon type, it'd be Altaria too.
Altaria actually grew on me a lot. At
Me
first,
too.
I didn't really like it as
Me
a
neither.
dragon, because I was like, it's a bird, but
But
it
actually, I like
works. It's a good Pokemon. So, anyways, without further ado, let's move on to Dark type.
Alright, so now on to Dark type. My favorite Dark type has to be Scrafty. Well, Scraggy and Scrafty. I had to think about that. Just look at it. It looks like a little gangster. I think it's super adorable. I had it in my black and white playthrough, and I loved it. It kicked butt. Even though it couldn't really run because
I have to second that. I did have a Scrafty on one of my playthroughs, and it turned out to be one of my strongest Pokemon, so...
It's really good. I like it. It's really good in competitive play, too.
Okay.
And it's just... I think it's adorable.
My favorite Dark type, basic, but is gotta be Umbreon. It's pretty much it's the favorite of a lot of people. Umbreon is just... It's a cool, just dark type Pokemon. Its shiny has blue rings, you guys. If it has a blue shiny, I don't care. It could be the ugliest, weakest Pokemon ever. It's gonna be one of my favorites.
Actually, fun fact: if you go onto Amazon and you look up like an Umbreon onesie or Umbreon like plush, I guarantee there will be a shiny version of it.
Yeah, there was a shirt, like hooded shirt or something. I forgot what it was.
I think it was a onesie.
No, there's like a zip up one.
Oh, well, there's a onesie too.
But anyways, Umbreon he's just a cool, sleek, dark type Pokemon. Shiny is blue, like I said. Anything that's blue is probably gonna be one of my favorites because blue is my favorite color. But Umbreon is just a sweet looking Pokemon. He's pretty strong. I had one through Fire Red, I think, and then I brought it over to, I think it was Emerald. But it was strong, and it got me through a lot of the gym battles, even though it shouldn't have gotten me through some of the types, because, But, yeah, not much to say about it. So, on to our next one. It's going to have to be Fairy type.
Alright, so my favorite Fairy type is actually hated on a lot. Honestly, when I first saw it, I hated on it too. But once I actually owned one and I played with it, it became one of my favorite Pokemon. Klefki. Klefki is literally just a keychain. Klefki is honestly amazing. It's actually a really good Pokemon. It's pretty strong. It's used in competitive. It's really tiny, but it's pretty powerful. And it's cute.
I liked it. I never hated it. I said I liked it. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was a cute Pokemon. Like, it's a key. It's cute. It's a little key with a face.
I like it.
But anyways, my favorite Fairy type, probably going to be basic again, but is the Togepi evolution line. Togekiss is a really strong Pokemon again, and it's cute, and if you can have a cute Pokemon and a powerful Pokemon in one, perfect. But anyways, like, it has a good move pool, and like I said, it's just strong, it's cute, and
Togekiss is a freaking pain in the butt when you're trying to battle it, though.
I mean...
Also, Cynthia had it.
Oh my god, am I Cynthia? No, it's my favorite
Just saying.
Fairy type. I almost said normal. Anyways, so like I said, there's not much to say about these. It's pretty much just our opinions on our favorite Pokemon. So next up, we have fighting.
Alright, so my favorite fighting type Pokemon is Mienshao. When I first played Black and White, I know I say this a lot, but when I first played through them, honestly, I find my favorite Pokemon, I catch them and I put them on my team. Mienshao was... Yeah, I had two fighting types when I went through Black and White. Scrafty and Mienshao. But I didn't care. I fell in love with it when I first saw it, so I had to have it. I love its arms, how it's like that. It kind of looks like a puppy to me. I mean, I know it's a... Is it a weasel?
I think so.
I know it's a weasel, but like... I don't know why I kind of like how
the
its
arm
arms...
flaps?
Yeah, I don't know why...
Because you can use them as whips.
I don't know why I like it. I like the design.
BDSM.
And it's a great fighting type. It's a great Pokemon in general. I just love it.
On to mine.
Yeah, it's just less important.
Medicham. I love this Pokemon. Psychic fighting is a good combination.
Medicham is my second favorite.
And then also, it's got a Mega Evolution now, so like, it's even more my favorite. Its Mega's cool. But like, I used it, and I'm pretty sure it was Ruby. It never really failed me much. I mean, having Psychic and fighting moves, I mean, it gets you a long way. There's a lot of types that are weak to Psychic, and there's some types that are weak to fighting, so whether you need a Psychic type Pokemon, you've got it. If you need a fighting type Pokemon, you got it. So, alright, anyways, let's move on to flying type now.
Alright, next up is flying type. My favorite flying type has to be Staraptor. Actually, on this one, I actually have two. Staraptor and Sigilyph. I think it's Sigilyph, right?
It's like Sigilyph.
Or Sigilyph. I think
it's
Sigilyph.
Sigilyph.
Alright, so first of all with Staraptor, it's a Sinnoh bird. I caught it the first playthrough of Sinnoh, and again, I love its cry, I love its scream.
That's even darker than before.
Bad.
I love when it cries, and I love when it screams.
That sounds really bad, but no, I don't know.
Yeah, you should just move on with
anyway,
it's your favorite.
But I like its little like
it's little
mohawk type thing.
Little emo like
hairdo like
going on with its little dye of red.
I like it. I love Staraptor, and also
I'm pretty sure the shiny has a blue. It's blue instead of red.
Yeah, well, red's better, but
say so, but
and then to Sigilyph, I just like the design. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Alright guys, so on to my favorite flying type. So it's one that was already said this turn, and it's Staraptor. It's a bird that can learn close combat, and
I forgot about
that makes it pretty powerful. I mean, it learns Brave Bird, close combat. It's all overall a big bulky bird, and I don't know, I just love the design of it. I love the hair, like I said. Or, well, I guess a feather do. Not hair, but feather do. And I love that the shiny has blue instead of red. But yeah, there's not much to say about Staraptor. It's just an overall, like, strong bird Pokemon. So, yeah. Next on our list is Poison, so let's get to it.
Alright, so Poison is actually one of my favorite types, not gonna lie. And my favorite Poison type, it was hard, but I went with Vileplume. Ever since I first started playing Pokemon on like Pokemon Stadium with my siblings, I always had a Vileplume on my team, even though it kind of sucked. I loved it. I loved its little animation. I don't know why I fell in love with it, but I love the little Vileplume animation where it like bounces up and down, and I don't know. I just love the design.
Not to mention, it is actually a pretty powerful Pokemon.
Especially when it uses like Stun Spore
I
and all
mean,
that.
if you give it Toxic, you can give it Solar Beam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, overall, Vileplume is probably one of my favorite Pokemon types. It's probably up in the top 10 somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say so.
Poison was hard for me too, because Poison is one of my favorite types too. I don't use them much, but that's because they're so weak to a lot of things. But this one was hard for me. Honestly, I should have had two here, but I only chose one because I've been having two for every single one. So the one that I chose was Drapion. I just love the overall look of Drapion being like a big scorpion. I love the arms with the claws and everything. I don't know. I love the moves he has.
I'm not a huge fan.
Cross Poison.
Not a fan of Drapion.
Really, because I like it. So I will tell you my runner-up, even though I didn't put it down on the list, but it was Weezing. Don't know. Just love it. I loved it ever since I saw James have it in the anime. I mean, the way he says his name is just, he's like a smoker that's like smoked a pack every day since he was like 15.
It's freaking hilarious.
But like, I don't know, he's just, I don't know, I just love the two-headed big ball of poisonous gas. He's cute. But yeah, so those are my favorite poison types. Do you want to go on to ground now?
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, my favorite ground type Pokemon has to be Torterra. I know it's another Sinnoh starter, but
I think you've had all three.
no, I haven't had a Empoleon. At least yet. But yeah, my favorite ground type is Torterra. I mean, it has a freaking tree on its back, and I thought that was super freaking epic. I loved it. I didn't have it on the first playthrough. I had Infernape on my first playthrough, but
Also, it's kind of like a big ground turtle.
yeah, I love it. I love the design. I love how there's a giant tree on the back. It just adds a lot of like detail to it, and
Not to mention Torterra's hella strong.
yeah, and you teach it freaking Leaf Storm, Earthquake. It's a really powerful. I mean, except for when it comes to ice types, but still, I mean, it's freaking powerful.
It's a beast.
It's a beast. Yeah, I love it, and I love the design. It's powerful. I love the design, and
Yeah.
it's great.
My favorite has got to be Mudsdale.
Oh, Mudsdale.
I used it in Sun and Moon, and not to mention it has a great ability, which like every time it's like,
What was it again?
I can't think of what it's called.
Did it like raise the defense?
But yeah, like every
turn or
time it was like
something?
hit with
Or
like
speed?
a physical move or something, it raised its
defense. Yeah, that's what I thought.
which it already had like pretty good defense. So if
Mm-hmm.
you keep raising that, I mean, and with its move pool, it becomes quite a nuisance to deal with. And
Also-
plus, it's a horse.
Yeah, a ground horse. That's pretty cool.
It's a horse, you guys. I already had a sheep and a cow on this list. I need a horse. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's my favorite ground type. It probably will be my favorite ground type for a while, unless something new comes along that sparks my interest. But yeah, Mudsdale is where it's at for me. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to Rock.
Alright, so my rock type Pokemon is actually also a fossil Pokemon, but I mean, it's Cradily. It's not a very popular Pokemon. It's kind of underrated, I think. I think I actually had a Cradily on my team. I don't know, at least 3 different Pokemon games.
I've used it like once.
I just love it. I love how it's like a little plant. It can learn rock type moves. It's a ancient Pokemon. I love the design of it.
Mine's gonna have to be Gigalith. I love Roggenrolla's whole evolution line, and Gigalith is he's just a big, massive, four-legged rock monster. There's not really much to say about him. I mean, he's got a powerful move pool. I mean, he can use Stone Edge, Earthquake, Smackdown, which is good, especially if you're trying to hit flying-type Pokemon with, like, ground-type moves. So he's got a lot of things to deal with other Pokemon. And he's just a beast. Like, he's got a great defense. He's huge, and he's just a big, bulky rock. Plus, he just looks super sweet, so... yeah. Can't say much about him, so let's move on to Bug now.
Alright, so the Bug type, this was actually probably the hardest to pick out of, because I think I actually
I'm
kind
gonna
of...
have to second that.
Honestly, I like all the Bug types. I love Bug types. It's one of my favorite types. But it had to come down to Galvantula and Yanmega. Yes, I have two, but especially Galvantula. I mean, it's a freaking electric tarantula. And as you may have guessed, I had it on my first playthrough on Black and White, and I loved it. It kicked butt, and it's great.
It took names, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a freaking spider that can learn Thunderbolt. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
And Yanmega, I mean, he can second me on this because I know he likes Yanmega also. Anyway,
my favorite Bug type is gonna have to be Heracross. I love that he's fighting and Bug. I just love the design of him. I mean, look at him. He's sweet. He's got a Mega Evolution. His shiny's pink.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sweet. But I don't know. I just love him. I love his move pool. Again, he can learn close combat. He can learn Mega Horn. Like, some very powerful moves. My second runner-up was Rabombi, because when I first saw Cutiefly, I was like, you know, I gotta have it, because it's cute. But when it evolved into Rabombi, and then I started leveling it up, it got most of its moves and everything. It was actually a pretty powerful Pokemon, and I was quite surprised by it, honestly, because I didn't think it was going to be super strong. But it turned out to be kind of like one of my strongest Pokemon on my team, actually, until I took it out for, I don't remember what it was. But it still holds a place in my heart as one of my favorite bugs. So, anyways, without further ado, let's move on to the Ghost type.
Alright, as to the Ghost type, my favorite Ghost type has to be Chandelure and Miss Magius. Or Miss Magius, I think it's Miss Magius. But Chandelure, of course, I had through my first walk through Black and White. I like a lot of Black and White Pokemon, I just realized. But yeah. Chandelure, I know it's a piece of furniture, but I still love it. I mean,
it's not really furniture. You don't sit on a freaking chandelier.
Well, you don't have to sit on every furniture. You don't sit on a dresser. Anyway,
I mean, you can, but
I love the design of Chandelure. It's very good in competitive battles. Also, it's a Ghost Fire. It's really cool.
I mean, it's not really that good in competitive play.
I think so. And then also, Miss Magius. It's like a little witch ghost. And when I battled, oh crap, what was her name? The Ghost type gym leader in Sinnoh. Starts with an F.
I don't remember.
I think it starts with an F. But when I battled her Miss Magius, I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta have one. So I got a Miss Magius, and I loved it ever since.
Mine is gonna have to be Pumpkaboo. It's a pumpkin. What else can I say? It reminds me of Halloween, one of my favorite holidays. So, and not to mention Jessie has it, so that just makes it a plus. It's Ghost and Grass, so it can learn both moves. And it's just cool. I liked that idea because it's a pumpkin. But anyways, yeah. So Pumpkaboo is my favorite. So anyways, on to the last one that we have, and that's Steel.
Alright, Empoleon has to be my favorite Steel-type Pokemon, and I just think they have the best designs. Empoleon, it's a Steel Penguin, and I love penguins. And combine Emperor and Penguin, you get like Empoleon. I love it.
Well, I'm just saying. Anyways, so I have two for this, and I tried narrowing it down to just one, but I couldn't. Again, Steelix and Mawile. They are both 100% my favorites. Mawile and Steelix both have a Mega Evolution, but Steelix is a giant iron snake. Like, what can he's a beast. He goes from a giant rock snake to a solid steel snake. Like, he's awesome. I love the looks of him. I love his movesets. I just love him overall. And then Mawile, when I saw it in the Hoenn region, I loved the design. I loved how, like, Mawile's back is turned because it attacks with its hair mouth, is what I'll call it. And I just love it. Like, it's a strong Pokemon. A lot of people look at it and think it's weak, but it's really not. It's a strong Pokemon. And its Mega Evolution is, like, on point. Like, people use it in competitive play all the time. It's just an overall cool design, and I don't know. Mawile's just cute.
Yeah,
she's cute and she's hard to handle. So
and if I had to pick a second Steel type, that was my favorite. I'd pick Mawile too.
So yeah, so that's the list of our favorite Pokemon types. Let us know what your favorite types are in the comments down below.
And also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more if you like it.
And yeah. And with that said,
PokeHubs out.